Hi, this is Michael Wojcik. Haven't done a city council update for a while, but wanted to get back in the habit a little bit. First and foremost, thank you on a number of levels. You guys re-elected me. I very much appreciate that, and you did it by a 25% margin. So thank you for that show of support, and you also displayed additional faith in us that you decided to invest in your community, and you passed the sales tax again by an overwhelming figure. I think that passed with about 66%, and I think that I got about 62 or 63%. So I can now tell people that I'm almost as popular as a tax. So I got that going for me. A little bit about the council meeting tonight, just some things that have been going on. We did have a discussion on the Heritage Preservation Ordinance. A lot of things are shared, but there's still this question as to whether or not we want to make it optional that people comply with this ordinance. This is something that no other major cities in Minnesota are doing, but that's the point of discussion right now, and we're listening to the sides on that. But I have to say that the job done by the Heritage Preservation Commission has been absolutely heroic, and it's unfortunate that we get into these situations. And the question that I always have is, what we're discussing right now is an ordinance that, if adopted, would be essentially the weakest ordinance in the state of Minnesota. And why do we always have to have the weakest ordinances here in Rochester? It's I think our citizens maybe deserve better. But we're going to discuss these details and see if we can bring the sides close together as we possibly can. On to the regular city council meeting, a couple of things that might be of interest to you. First and foremost is we actually opened up a small portion of West Circle Drive to basically allow a digital billboard out there. Something that I would have never thought to do 4 years ago. But basically what we did is we were able to put together a package that protected us from this expanding any further, and also gave significant advantage to the community in other places. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to allow in the section between Highway 14 and 19th Street Northwest, that small area there, one sign, a 288 square foot sign, and in order for that to be there, a number of conditions have to be met. First and foremost, only that area is eligible for signs. Signs must be spaced at 2,000 feet. The signs should comply with dark sky or similar standards, basically the kind of thing to prevent light pollution from those signs, because they can be bright, and we know that light up in the air attracts crows, so we're sensitive to that now. But the big thing is we're replacing permanently replacing 2.5 times the amount of signage elsewhere. And basically there are 10 signs strewn about the city that are in kind of some urban areas that are primed for some redevelopment and can look nicer. And we get to get rid of all 10 of those. It's 720 square feet of signage. So basically what we're saying is, in order to put a sign in this new area that we opened up, you have to remove 2.5 times the amount of signage from other parts of the city. And this is it doesn't create credits too. We specifically put language in place that it is a net reduction in total signage in the community. So basically we have some standards in place to keep this out of areas where we don't want it. It's not going to grow because of the spacing. And in addition, we also are getting rid of 250% the amount of signage in other more prime areas than we're necessarily putting in on Circle Drive. So all told, I thought it was a reasonable compromise, and it's going to allow Fairway to do what they want to do, but it's also going to enhance some other parts of Rochester that are maybe deserve more of an urban feel anyway. So I know it's not going to be popular with everyone, but I think we did a pretty good job of coming together on this. It did pass 5-1 as well. Beyond that, we also had some discussions. There's a proposed senior housing project out near the intersection of Mayowood Road and 16th Street Southwest. Absolutely stunning. It's a special district out there. I think it's going to be a great job. Jeff Brown, who's done some real nice work in my ward previously, is one of the guys behind this, and I think it's a really exciting project. And these folks should know never to encourage me, but I was actually around. I'm actually getting to the point now where I see the results of some of the actions we took previously. And back when we first discussed this, I said, well, this special district is really great, but you've got this beautiful bike trail there, so if you're developing things, I want to make sure you connect up to those trails so people have access to the trails from right where they live. And one of the small modifications that was made, I think somebody went back and read those minutes, because they did go and they changed and they put the trail connections in, so I guess the squeaky wheel got the greasing here, but I think it's going to be a great benefit too. I mean, you're putting people, seniors, in a prime walkable location, and you're giving them access to the path to get them to some 300 businesses, so I think that's great for everybody involved. But like I said, they're only encouraging me. pretty not a particularly contentious meeting. Outside of that, we had some assessments that we took care of, but I'm going to try and get back in the habit, because I know when I put these things out, people do watch them. So if you have questions too, you can always send me the questions and I try and cover them in additional videos. But thanks again for your overwhelming show of support, and I look forward to serving you for another 4 years.